Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Code. So in our last video, we have seen data context class, entity class, and we have got the glimpses of entity framework. Basically, entity framework is the one that helps you to connect with the database. And we have already seen entity class. So entity class, just to give you a recap, is nothing but the class representation of your database table. So see, if this class, it has those many properties, what all columns are there in your database table named contacts. That is one. And each property is having defined data type. If it was int in your SQL Server database, it is integer. If it was varchar, then it is string. So your entity class is the class representation of your database table. Another was the data context class. Context class is the class representation of your whole database. This context class is exposing the database tables one by one. So we have data context and entity, and with the help of these two classes we are going to do the database extraction. We are going to perform CRUD operations one by one. So our very first intention is there are two records in the database table, to list these two. For that, in our existing project only, I am going to create a new view. For that, I'll create a new folder first. I'll name this folder as contact. In contact folder, I'm going to create a new view called index. So on this page, my intention is to list all the contacts that I was showing you in the SQL Server database. Now you all know, in order to render the index view, I need to create a new controller. So I'm going to create a new controller. So I'll name this as contact controller. Name of my controller should be name of the view folder. It has index method, so, and our view name also is index, so we are good to render. Next, I am going to make use of our data context class. Public. This is the constructor. We created constructor of our controller. For very first thing, what I'll do, I'll just write private read only and data context, and like this I'll name this as database. Okay, and because class level variables I keep with the underscore sign, and I'll just initialize. So read only means it can be initialized only in the constructor, nowhere else. So I have my database is ready, instantiated. Now I am going to write a SQL query. So if you have to write SQL in your SQL server, so you will write select C dot star from C, something like this, where select star from table name and alias dot star. If you have to write same thing in your entity link frame, in link you will have to write like this, where SQL from alias name in database dot table name. So if you connect, we had created one property that was exposing our entity class, list of entity class. We have already defined our connection string and configured it for SQL Server in our context class. You can always go back and refer to that video. And select C. So this is the that's how you write in SQL Server Management Studio, and that's how you write in link, using link. Now what I need to do, list of contact, I'll call as model, and dot to list. So basically I have got list of contacts, and I am passing it back to my view. I have not done anything in my view that we created. I am removing all the default code. First of all, in the model concept you already have, I'll be giving the link of our earlier video where we talked about model. So very first thing, I'll use one directive to define model, then list of contact. So because this particular view here, my intention is to show list of contacts. Then I'll define a table. In table there should be th, tr, and within tr th, and first name, last name, email and phone, and then we are going to do for each item in model. So if you are able to recall, basically model is a keyword that is reserved for the object of model class of the view. Again, I will just copy same tr. I'll make it instead of th, td, td, td and td, and I'll instead of this I'll call as contact. So I'm just doing loop through all my contacts one by one, and my loop variable is contact. So at contact dot first name, at contact dot last name, email. So these all are the reason we use MVC or entity things. No, everything is very much structured, type safe, intelligent. That's it. So I'm all set to render the data on the view. Let me do one more change. So I'll make this as a default page. Let's see if my data is being rendered. Yes, perfect. So it does. And let me just show you one more thing. So bootstrap table class. So that your table start looking beautiful. I'll define it as table. Just see if this makes it to look little beautiful. That's it. It's good enough for us. Fine. So let me do a recap. So what we did, like in order to understand your entity and data context, you may refer my earlier video. What I had done, first of all, I instantiated, I created a new view, contact index. There I wanted to show the list of contacts. In order to render the view, I created my controller class, contact controller, that has one action method named index. Very first thing, I instantiated my context class, database context class in my constructor of the controller. Then I started writing link SQL. So link SQL is written like this, where SQL means I am selecting all the contacts from database, and then I am setting it in the list, and I am passing this model object to the view. When it comes to the view, I have written a for each loop. So that's how it is written. So hope you will find it useful, and thank you so much for watching. And yes, if you have still not subscribed and liked Let's Code, please do that, because one by one we are moving towards a process of making a full-fledged application or software. So such easy way you will not get anywhere else. Thank you so much. I'll see you all.